Udgam was the person and the intent with which he is coming up with that idea. Okay. The other, at the back of my mind, the other security what I had was that suppose if tomorrow they are not able to run it further, then we picked up only those projects which we thought we could be able to manage it if they're not able to sustain it in the long term. So we started with a TV serial also, which comes on Bindas. Again, that TV serial is on youth, where how a university sets up and how exactly the challenges they face. This is one thing which is there discussed. We've already completed 13 episodes on Bindas, which is a Disney channel. So we intend to go for the next 13, which we have already signed the contract. And we're going to do activities on ground now at various parts of the country, at universities and colleges. So this is one of the startups what we have invested in. The other one is Study App, where we are creating an online directory of schools in the country. Today we do not have any such kind of a thing, so we are going to be called the Just Dials for schools. It would not be through phones, but everything is through internet. And we've already, I think more than 50,000 schools have already been updated. We are providing facilities for each individual school to have their own website on a platform. So it means the smaller schools, forget the DPS and the moderns and the big ones which are there in the country. There's a huge number of schools who actually have now created that basic mass of education but are not able to get the right students. And the students who do not get entry into the good ones should be actually allowed some kind of access to these kind of schools. So this is the intent of creating this online directory for schools. Then one more which we started was we wanted to create a complete connected education world. So anything what you need in education is available. What we call is Edu Connected. You want to connect to teachers, you want to connect to students, you want to connect to institutions, it gives you that platform. And you can sell your time, you can sell your products, you can sell books, you can connect with your seniors, you can ask for internships, you can ask for scholarships. This is something what we call the connected education world. One more what we are doing is called corporate, this is called the Edu Connected. Then what we have done, one more is called corporate Shiksha. So this corporate Shiksha is once you enter into your corporate world, after that any kind of education need you want, we are going to provide. Till date we have been doing offline programs only in HR, but the intent is any kind of corporate Shiksha you want. We are creating a platform for it. Okay. Servex is dealing with card service. You want your card to be picked up from your residence, it's going to pick it up. It's an app-based thing, and the card gets serviced and gets dropped back to you. Fortunately, it has been selected by Y Combinator, so they've got their funding from there, and I'm hopeful they should be able to go to the next level. EYB is a cloud-based HR solution. It is not the normal traditional which calculates your salaries or your what you call payroll management and other things. It is basically to improve your productivity. We call it easier based because we say we will help your person to perform better. So therefore we are making your business easy. So it's going to be cloud-based HR solution, and it is totally based on how to improve the productivity. There are different mechanisms that you get rated by a smiley, you get rated by your customers. So on that basis, the complete AI-based again, where you get your solutions on how you are actually performing, not in terms of say those salaries and other things, but your final results as a 360 evaluation from each of the players. Then Globox and Couch are in the fashion sector. Globox is doing, we sell beauty products in a box. So if you buy those individual products, let's say come at a price of 1,500, we provide you say something with 700 to 800. Along with it, we give you expert advice on the basis of your skin type. So this is basically an extra service. Couch is a very interesting thing. That Couch is an app where we give you fashion related news. So according to the news what you read and according to your behavior, we finally push products which we think would be interested or which you might buy. So we have already tied up with some of the leading fashion brands. So we would push things according to my reading habits. Then abode offices is something like a co-working space. We are trying to, not a WeWork, but trying to create a minimum OYO rooms. What we're trying, a similar pattern, abode offices, because a lot of startups have come and the office is the biggest killing factor in the initial stages. So we're trying to create a chain of offices where people have, I would say, space which is at a very, very less opportunity cost. So we're trying to convert them into office spaces which the startup can use. So this is the idea behind what Udgam is doing. I might not be able to cover. So we have a Zero Carter, we have a university connection. All of them have websites, so I'll mail it to all of you so that you can go through. The next intent is that we have taken up a space at Gurgaon, a 12,000 square feet of space, where we intend to build up a co-working space and to invite proper incubation now. So my intent of traveling all across the world was also that if we can have people from Singapore or US or Dubai, so that if they need any kind of a space in India, we have created classrooms. By classrooms, not going to be normal classroom. It is like proper theatre style classrooms with proper acoustics. Then we have those like open spaces you have for 150 people to sit together and discuss in the evenings. All connected to the world, seminar halls, conference rooms. Basically, the intent of Udgam is that the startup world in the country should be now able to connect wherever they need to go. Or if somebody wants to look up at India, they should look at Udgam for them to identify the right kind of startups. Okay. So this is a very small brief, but whatever details I collect from both of them, I'll send a detailed presentation to all of you. Thank you so much for your time.